Hello friends, Tim here again with another quick video game countdown type thing. Drugs in video games are a pretty controversial issue, and has caused a number of games to be banned in different countries for their content regarding drugs. Not all drugs in video games are realistic however, and plenty of them have some very strange effects on the user. Some can be addicting and others can be just plain confusing. Here are 10 of the weirdest drugs seen in video game history and their effects on the player. Number 10. Mario power-ups. Mushrooms are in every Mario game and are also pretty varied. The most well-known mushrooms are the super mushrooms, but could these actually be magic mushrooms? Many game theories believe so why not ease into our list with a Mario staple? There are shrooms that cause Mario to grow in size and allow him to take more damage from enemies. They seem innocent enough, but just like all the power-ups in the Mario Kingdom, they seem to reflect drugs. The only reasonable explanation for the effects of the power-ups in-game? They are actually hallucinogenic drugs. And don't get me started on Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy, those things are whack. Number 9. The Elder Scrolls, Skooma. Skooma is the infamous drug from the Elder Scrolls series, distilled from moon sugar and associated with the Khajiits for their love of it. The drug has been seen in various games and has always been illegal throughout Tamriel. In Morrowind and Oblivion, the drug would give the user strength and a speed boost, whilst lowering their intelligence. And in some games, merchants would refuse to trade with the player if they had any skooma. In Skyrim, skooma doesn't have too much of an effect on the player, but there are still plenty of skooma-addicted NPCs to be found. Number 8. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, Talbot's Drug. When Nathan Drake gets shot in the neck by a strange dart, things take a sinister turn. He was actually injected with an unnamed toxin by the antagonist, which causes him to run as the drug takes effect. Hallucinations, paranoia, and fear grip him as the world around him changes. It's not the most fun drug in video game history, but the sudden change and realism make it a very interesting one. Number 7. The Witcher, Fisstech. Fisstech is a popular narcotic in the world of The Witcher, despite the drug being forbidden. Despite its popularity, the drug actually has very few positive effects. Instead, it just causes the user to lose consciousness or to feel drowsy. The drug is also used as an anesthetic, which is not too surprising considering its effects. When used by Geralt, the drug knocks him out for 8 hours at a time and can be addicting, so there are actually no positives to using it. Number 6. Lollipop Chainsaw, Giant Mushrooms. Lollipop Chainsaw is filled with plenty of trippy moments and sequences, but this could easily be its crowning moment. Set during a zombie apocalypse, Juliet must cut through some giant mushrooms which are hallucinogenics. While in her drugged up state, she must fight off some giant chickens and even a 3-headed chicken monster. The mushrooms here are some pretty strong hallucinogenics, even compared to the other trippy moments of the game. Number 5. Surgeon Simulator. Surgeon Simulator has the player perform surgeries on unconscious patients using a range of medical tools. One of these tools is the mysterious green syringe. The medication in the green syringe slows down the rate of blood loss in the patient, which is great, but accidentally stabbing yourself with this however is not so great. The player's vision and audio will distort, making it very difficult to operate on the patient. Thankfully the blue syringe counteracts the green one and makes everything normal again. To make things worse, it's very easy to accidentally stab yourself with the syringes, thanks to the awkward hand controls. Number 4. Fallout 3, Med-X. The painkiller known as Med-X was originally called morphine, however it had to be renamed after the game was banned in Australia for its realistic drugs. The drug is a strong painkiller and increases damage resistance in the player for a short period of time. Like many other substances in the Fallout series, it is possible for the player to become addicted to it, which lowers the player's agility and intelligence skills. The addiction in Fallout 3 is permanent, and the only cure for them is to visit a doctor and pay them a large amount of money. Number 3. Far Cry 3, Citra's Drug. Far Cry 3 is filled with strange substances, and this may be the strangest sequence. The player is given a drug by Citra, who promises that it will turn him into a powerful warrior. So naturally it just sends him on a hallucinogenic drug trip, where he wakes up at the end of it. The entire drug sequence is strange though, from skydiving without a parachute to playing poker underwater. After the trip is over, none of the NPCs make any kind of reference to what just happened, and it leaves the player wondering if it was all just a dream. Number 2. Narc. The 2005 remake is focused on a cop who is tasked with stopping the leader of an underground drug trafficking and terrorism organisation. The player confiscates any drugs that he finds and can hand them in as evidence. Naturally, the drugs can also be sold or even consumed by the player. There are a wide variety of drugs in this game, and each one has its own unique effect. However, consuming them will add on gameplay penalties and the player may become addicted. As expected, the game was banned in Australia before it was even released. Number 1. GTA 5, Michael's Drug Trip. Each of the characters in Grand Theft Auto 5 get to experience their own drug sequences in the form of missions, but Michael's is the only one that happens whilst playing through the story. The others are all side missions. Michael is dosed with horse tranquilizer by his son, and it sends him on a long trip where he is surrounded by chimpanzees, abducted by aliens, and kicked out of their spaceship, causing him to skydive back down to the city without a parachute. The visuals are bright, and the quotes from his family are layered over the light techno music, giving the sequence a really surreal effect. Previously on Mario Mayhem. If you could add a new cheat code to any game, what would it be and what would it do? Today the Luigi clap goes to the Found for this real life God mode hack. I tried it out and it didn't work though, and now all I have is angry neighbours. So that's pretty good as well as this comment. And today we'll leave you with the question, if you could add a new drug to any game, what would it be called? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and the best, most creative answer will be featured in one of our next videos. And that's it for today, friends. I hope you enjoyed these strange video game drugs and things. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with your friends, keep those comments and likes coming, and I'll catch you soon.